Denver, Nathan MacKinnon had 3 goals and 2 assists. Nicolas Aube-Kubel scored twice in a dominant first period, and the Colorado Avalanche set a franchise record with their 53rd win by routing the Los Angeles Kings 9-3 on Wednesday night. Valeri Nichushkin added 2 goals, Cale Makar had a goal and 3 assists. Burakovsky also scored, and Darcy Kuemper made 29 saves for the Avalanche, who led 4-0 before the game was 11 minutes old. Colorado won its 7th straight and improved to 53-14-6, besting the 2013-14 and 2000-01 teams for most victories. The Avalanche also moved 2 points ahead of Florida for the best record in the NHL, and are a franchise best 29-4-3 at home. Adrian Kemp, Alex Iafallo, and Philip Denault scored for the Kings, who have dropped 4 of 5. Jonathan Quick allowed 3 goals on 10 shots before he was pulled while starting on consecutive nights for the first time in over 4 years. Cal Peterson allowed 6 more goals on 25 shots. LA remained in a playoff spot in 3rd place in the Pacific Division, but sits only 3 points ahead of Vegas, which has 2 games in hand. The schedule did the Kings no favors. They won in Chicago 5-2 on Tuesday night, and got into Denver early Wednesday to play at altitude while the Avalanche had been off since Saturday. And Colorado opened with relentless pressure and crisp passing that overwhelmed weary LA. Aube-Kubel scored 2:54 in, and Nichushkin tallied 39 seconds later. McKinnon scored on the power play, and Aube-Kubel scored 41 seconds after that to make it 4-0 with 9:04 left in the first period. Kemp scored his 33rd goal early in the second, and an Iafallo made it 4-2 with a slap shot just inside the blue line at 10:40 of the second. But the AVS stayed things when McKinnon fed Burakovsky in the high slot at 13:05. McKinnon scored on a breakaway on a stretch pass from Makar early in the 3rd period, and picked up his 3rd career hat trick with 10:08 left to make it 9-2. Fans chanted, "We want 10," over the final minutes, but had to settle for a Colorado season-high 9 goals. Notes: AVS rookie Bowen Byram assisted on the first 2 goals in his 4th game back, after being on personal leave for nearly 3 months with concussion issues. Makar's goal was the 60th for Colorado defensemen, the most in the NHL since Washington in 1993-94. AVS coach Jared Bednar hopes captain Gabriel Landeskog will return for a game or 2 before the playoffs. Quick started back-to-back games for the first time since January 18 to 19, 2018. He last played on consecutive nights February 9 to 10 that same season. Nichushkin became the 7th Colorado player with 20 goals. The AVS signed undrafted college free agents Ben Myers and Wyatt Ahmet. Up next, Kings host Columbus on Saturday night in the first of 5 straight games against teams out of playoff contention. Avalanche, home on Thursday night versus New Jersey, whose 24 regulation road losses are the most in the NHL. The AVS are 7-1-1 in the second game of back-to-backs.